My name is Don K. Preston. I am the president of Preterist Research Institute of Ardmore, Oklahoma. Now, I've been sharing with you the direct connection between the Great Tribulation and the resurrection. This is such an incredibly important topic. Now, here's something that I want you to see. We have gone over Isaiah 24 to 27. We have gone over Hosea 13 and 14 in our study of the resurrection. In our study of the Great Tribulation, we've done the same thing. I have demonstrated for you that Isaiah 26, 9 and following, or 12 and following, and Hosea 13 foretold the Great Tribulation. No, it doesn't use that terminology. By the way, real quick sidebar here. I must admit a degree of frustration when I hear more and more people, when they're kind of backed into a corner in arguments and discussions, and they say, well, I don't see that word. I don't see that term. I don't see that phrase in the verse or in the passage you're talking about. And my response to that is, so what? It is an absolutely horrible, misguided hermeneutic to say that because a given word, term, or phrase is not in a given verse, that a doctrine is not there. And yet we are hearing this increasingly from former preterists. They kind of get backed into a corner because they can't answer a given text, and so they say, well, I don't see the word final resurrection there, like Joel McDermott did in our debate, by the way. Or I don't see this term. I don't see the term spiritual death in the Bible, therefore it's not a reality. Folks, let me say again, this is absolutely horrible. This truly is argumentum ad desperatum, an argument from desperation. It has no merit whatsoever. When you see somebody arguing, trying to escape a point by saying, well, Job doesn't even mention Moses or the law of Moses. When he's talking about resurrection, that individual knows they are trapped. That individual cannot answer the biblical arguments. Okay, off my soapbox, let's carry on. So the fact is that Isaiah 24 to 27, Hosea 13 and 14 connect the Great Tribulation with the resurrection. Why is that important? It is important because, guess what? Paul said his prediction of the resurrection would be the fulfillment of Isaiah 25, Hosea 13, 14. Now, what that means is this. Since Isaiah 25 and 26 foretold the tribulation before the resurrection, Isaiah 25, 1 and 2, immediately before or at the time of the resurrection, guess what would happen? The fortified city would be destroyed and the temple would be turned over to the foreigners. Hello, Great Tribulation. So Isaiah 24, Great Tribulation, resurrection. Hosea chapter 13 and 14, the birth pangs, the Great Tribulation, and the resurrection. So, I hope you see the train coming. The resurrection of 1 Corinthians 15 would be in fulfillment of Isaiah 25, 24 to 27, and Hosea 13 and 14. But the resurrection of Isaiah 24 through 27 and Hosea 13 and 14 would be fulfilled at the time of the Great Tribulation, the time of the birth pangs, and the time of the destruction of Jerusalem. Therefore, since the resurrection of 1 Corinthians 15 would be in fulfillment of Isaiah 24 to 27 and Hosea 13, and since The resurrection of Isaiah 24 to 27 and Hosea 13 and 14 would be at the time of the Great Tribulation. That means that the resurrection of 1 Corinthians 15 would be fulfilled at the time of the Great Tribulation. When was the Great Tribulation? What did Jesus say about it? This generation will by no means pass until all of these things are fulfilled. Look, folks, when Paul said that his eschatological hope of the resurrection was the fulfillment of Isaiah 24 and 20 through 27 and Hosea 13 and 14, and when both of those contexts linked the Great Tribulation with that resurrection prophecy, you and I have no right to divorce the Great Tribulation from the resurrection. Inspiration itself linked them together temporally and thematically. It is therefore a gross miscarriage of exegesis. It is a perversion of the text to divorce the Great Tribulation from the resurrection. And once again, since Jesus unequivocally, undeniably, and irrefutably posited the Great Tribulation for his generation, that means the resurrection was at the end of the Old Covenant age, at the fall of Jerusalem in AD 70. And yes, we've got more. So we'll see you on the flip side.